Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Factorio, the Two Towns. A safe space in which we awesome, where we're going to spend today just naming the copper towns. So, if you don't want to watch that, then skip it. If you want to name it yourself, then please do. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for people to jump in and throw names in the comments, but I don't even get comments on this series. Regardless, we're going to start with the very first of the copper towns, and that is the Copperstone town, which was, of course, originally part of, it would be, if they were working together, it would be Trinkton South. But, because it isn't, we needed to, oh, actually, before we do this, let's go back. Let's get out of here. I wanted to fix a mistake I made. So, when I was naming the iron towns, since the north is iron and the south is copper, that's just what it is. I made a mistake in the way I felt that the names would change. So, I named this Enerver because it would be the inserter river, and over time it slowly like change. It slowly morph and transform. But what I didn't realize is that the word river will always be there. So, that said, it would stay as the inner river. It wouldn't become Enerver. It'd stay as Inner River. That's a mistake I wanted to fix. So, this is Inner River. And I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to fix that. So, let's go actually to the Copper Town and fix the, give them all names. Also, eventually, Copper will embrace the trains, but, like, to a far lesser extent than the fucking, the iron. Oh, shit. Accidentally took the copper car into the iron area. That was a mistake on my part. If that were actually to have happened, they would have started shooting each other. But regardless, this place is the Copperstone town. And now, I need to fix this stuff. So, just like the iron original town is renamed after something it was based on, this place only really did pull resources and do, they literally pulled resources into here. So the smelting started, we had the copper and the stone, which the copper is going away. We're going to have to get a new source of that soon. But it went up here, and that was really the end of this. So the south person, she decided she was, going to do more science and stuff. So this is going to be named after copper and science. So, something along the lines of cupric, which is a name for copper, I believe. So cupric station or something along those lines. So it'd be Cupric Station, which tells me, yes, that is where the original place is. So Trinkton and fuck, I already forgot. Cupric Station. Those are the names of these places. Finally, we went all the way down here because this was the original, orbiting town. So it deserves something important. It deserves something special. So this would be something, it would be the south area. Hang on, because they have, similar, naming conventions. Yeah, there's a Ville over there. So this would be, it'd be brick, so there'd be, it's stone, it's heated stone. So this would be, something rock. I want to start it with the word rock. I'm not entirely convinced, but let's see here. Rocktown sounds dumb. Rock. Hang on, I'm answering a text with my mom. And boop, boop, boop. There we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It doesn't make perfect sense, but let's call it rockwood. It's a little bit of a joke. Alright, so we got rockwood down here. Yes. And we'll name it that. I'll name it something else later. So after that, we had Southern Power, which I will rename. But we went to here, or well, actually no, we went Southern Power to the coal town to then the copper smelting. Okay, so we have this. Let's get our car, which we didn't bring down here. Cool. So something over here, something along these lines would definitely be, it'd be Southern Power. So something south sounding. I don't know, I don't live in this, I live in Southern Canada, but really everyone does. Every Canadian lives in Southern Canada, so that doesn't mean anything to me. So let's take a look at a map. Go to fucking go to the map view. Here we go. Let's pick a random street in my city. Literally one of the streets near me has the word south in it. That's funny. You know what? Just because of that, South Hill. It's the place is a company, so South Hill Limited. It's the power company owns the town. So there you go. Next, I believe, was the either the coal or the copper. I don't remember which one is which, and I don't want to go look. So I need a way better way to go through this area. Let's take a look here. Fairly certain I did the coal first. Whoa, 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 what? Are you telling me you're done? Fuck yes, I'm happy about that. So, hypothetically, the trains now do twice as much. Oh, they sure do. Oh, it feels good. So they're now going to be twice as quick as they once were. Awesome. Alright, so, Coal Town first. So this was after the schisms, meaning that it was officially the first thing that was taken. Like, hypothetically, the North Town... Oh, I gotta get rid of these. North Town could have absolutely stolen this, but we don't know that. But Southern gal, she wanted to take it for herself before she lost the opportunity, because it was the closest patch of coal. And she's not the one to want to go out far for things. Like, so far, things have been really contained. And this is coal here. But we're eventually going to need coal from the north over there. North boy. Need to get rid of that base. Probably need to get rid of that one, too, if I'm thinking about it. If anything, this is actually kind of perfect. But regardless, I'm thinking too far ahead here. So this was the actual first thing stolen after the schism. Meaning that this would have a name that maybe perhaps reflects that. As in, buzz off, asshole, I'm taking this from you, sort of situation. Which is to say that it would be the most northern of the towns, the most northern, most western. It was actually the most western at the time. So perhaps a name that reflects the direction. But I already have several of those, so I want to do something that's just coal. So it's like a fuel, it's like a power, it's like a rock that means fire. So perhaps we reflect that. Say, what's another language that uses the word fire? Hang on. I'm thinking something along the lines of like, because I just looked at the forest around here, so it's a coal patch surrounded by trees. So obviously forest fire is probably going to happen. So let's take a reference here and say that this town is named Smokey, Smokey the Bear, but it's not going to just be named that. It's going to be named Smokestack. Okay? Smokesteak. Smokestack sounds better. So this is Smokestack. It's the coal town. It's just, I don't know. I'm just sort of thinking aloud here. Okay, I forgot how to drive a car for a moment there. Yeah. All right. So after everything was said and done, South Girl, the last thing she needed to do was to set the copper. Because with the copper being mined over there, it needed to be moved, and it was moved down to here. So this is actually just a smelting array for the copper. Everything else after that was irrelevant, but so the fucking copper smelting town. Thinking in some sort of in the lines of something, it would have to be new. So let's start with new. What's the name of the place over here? Ah, damn it. New. So, here we go. It's New Kubrick Station. But we don't actually know where specifically it goes. So let's say this is New Trinket, because Trinkton, I believe, would be the name of the town overall. That's what I was thinking at first. So, the name itself was stolen, so this would be New Trinket. Or, if we go with the thing, it'd be Nukit. Which I kind of like, honestly. So this is Nukit. It will eventually become Nougat, but just because it's easier to say. That'd be Nukit. So this is a little easier to say. So this is going... I really don't want it to name it Circuit City. I really don't. Oh, the thing's on there. Okay. Yeah. And here we go for this. Okay. So, this is the first official, largest city. This is the largest place that builds a thing instead of, mines or smelts or whatever. So, this is long before Fort McMurray. Or Fort McGuire. Sorry, that's a real place name. So, it'd be here. This would be the first big city. So, I'm thinking something along the lines of, wire, this is the electronic circuit. So, I'm thinking we combine some sort of combination of them, because this is officially uses the most copper out of anywhere. So, we want to say something along the lines of Copper City, but, slightly less boring sounding. The problem with the names for stuff is you sort of need to use water. A lot of human places are based off of water, and there's only really so many water patches on the entire map. So I can't use lake or bay, or I used river, but for the most part, this is actually a challenging one. This is the Circuit Town. Again, I don't want to name it Circuit City. So, perhaps it's something along... its designated purpose was to make circuits. So even as things change, this will likely stand the test of time. Meaning that when they first made it, the name would still be relevant. Not that I knew that, but it'd still be relevant after the fact. So something along the lines of circuit, green, wire, electronic, motherboard, brain. I want to say Motherboard City, even though that's kind of bad. Honestly, anything sounds bad here. Ooh, actually, because it is the furthest south place, let's call it Southboard City. There, that actually sounds pretty good. So this is Southboard City, which has nothing to do with South Hill, but you know, they're both the most south, and they're gonna keep abusing that essentially. Finally, and by finally I mean the second last, this is the red signs. So this was made a little bit after their agreement to stop, you know, killing each other and start trading a little bit, at least for the benefit of each other, or the benefit of themselves, basically. So this is red science. Green science up here is North Foliage, which that's a weird name to South Gal. She thinks it's stupid. North Boy, he has his own thing going on, but she thinks that's pretty stupid. So she's going to name this place something else. She's going to name it after the science itself. What goes into the science? It takes copper plates and gears. So, putting those together, it's a liquid mixed with both materials. So, it would have to be something related to the fact that it's using both iron and copper in pretty much its most basic form. Meaning that we do something along the lines of unity. Or unation. Unition. See, something like that. Unition something. It's incomplete currently. It sounds good, but it's a little incomplete. So we want it to be Unition Blaze. Because blaze refers to fire, which is relevant to the actual way that the copper was made, or way over to the south, or to the west. Unition Blaze. Blaze is fire, it is red. So, honestly, it fits fairly well. It's not the best sounding name, but it definitely gets the job done. So, we got that name down. Finally, for the last name, and then I'll end the episode, because we are approaching, even though we're not over time yet. And don't worry, I'll do what Bentham did in his town series, and actually put down a plaque for each city name. So, this is the actual official latest town. Meaning that it's a combination of both the efforts of, the effort of both of the people in the schism. So, excuse me, I don't actually talk this long, because usually I'm not explaining things as much. Okay. So, this is the science town. This is where the science gets done. So, a combination of foliage and blaze. This is it. This is the place where everything happens. The things go down, and the people are happy. So, this is the science town. This is the most scientific location of all. And it's not a facility. This is a university. This is what I've determined. So, this is the most western... Well, no, it's not the most western thing, but it is the most western thing in in Kubrick Nation. By the way, I'm going to name the nations too. But this is a university. This is a place where people learn and breathe information out into the world. It's the most technologically advanced place in the two countries. So something to reflect that, perhaps, because it was the most recently made, meaning everything that's happened thus far has happened. So. This is the something university. I don't know what it would be. Perhaps we name it based off of the last series, because they were both in that one. This is Bob and Angel, after all. Or at least an amalgamation of the idea of them. So, we based it off of the last series a little bit, which was Raising the Bar. So... Bob's, Angels, Ribbon World. So, hypothetically, we name it Ribbon University. Huh? Not sure that's how you spell the word ribbon. Let me check, and then end the episode. Go to spellcheck.com. Go to spellcheck.com. Dictionary.com. There you go. Dictionary.com for the word ribbon. Because it doesn't look right to me. Oh no, it is in fact right. It just looks real weird. Anyway, so this is Ribbon University. Welcome, friends, to the final named town. And we can just go through this research, right? Just red and green, and after that we're gonna have just nothing for a while. But yeah, that's it. That's That's all of the towns are finally named. So that'll have to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I of course have been Keywii. You've been great too, and you have yourself a delightful day. And goodbye.